What's going on, my friends? Welcome to episode 108 of the Get the Gap podcast, where we talk everything New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, national, and international sports. Hosted by yours truly, Grassani, joined by Alex Reich, and our special guest, Steven from Philly Sports Report. You can listen to the podcast right now on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also podcast right now on YouTube. Also, show up on social media at GetAGameOnP. With all that said, it's time to get your game on. Yo guys, how's everyone doing today? Well, I mean, long story short, or we have. Let me stop being around the bush here. We got a special guest joining us. Alex, this is your guy. You both write for the same website. You're both employed by the same network. Introduce our guests here.
So this is Steven. He's been working covering Philadelphia sports for a pretty good amount of time as of now, and we've been connecting on Twitter a while back, and I just thought that it would be great to bring him on and get his opinion on what's happening in the Philadelphia sports world and everything besides that.
Well, I'm glad to be on. Been following Philly sports for a pretty long time.
Yeah.
Glad to see it finally starting up a little bit around here.
Finally, about time, right?
Yep.
Hey, you guys. I'm a New Yorker. We haven't won. I see a chance since 2012. At least y'all won something in recent memory.
Yeah. 2018 won the Super Bowl, and that was greatest sports achievement we've ever had. And well, not ever, but in a long time.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have another one pretty soon, I'm thinking.
Honestly, I don't think you're far off. I mean, I say 3 of your 4 teams are looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I think there's only 3 teams in Philadelphia right now because the Flyers suck. And I don't know what direction they're going in.
Yeah. We'll probably have to have you back on when we do our hockey episode because I'm sure you can rant about them.
Oh, I have so much to say about their moves this last year. It's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, my team, the Devils, we didn't do much better. I mean, we did okay. It's just I was expecting a little more.
Yeah.
All right, but we brought you on here, Steven, because NFL preseason is underway, and we haven't really had a chance to break down, the preseason. So I guess we'll start off with your team, the Eagles. What happened? I think they beat the Jets in preseason, right?
We actually lost to the Jets in the preseason.
Oh, really? I was out during that game, so probably why I'm a little rusty. But overall, break down, the Eagles going into the season, and actually we're at the game. So if you want, Alex, you could break the game later on, but overall, just break down what are your feelings about the Eagles going into the preseason. Steven, you can go. Steven, then Alex.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I think the biggest thing that I was looking for the preseason was how the first series, or I assumed 2 of Jalen Hurts would go, and he went 6 for 6, 80 yards and a touchdown. So really can't ask for much more out of him. He was the biggest question mark leading into the season, and honestly, that was a good showing. I hope that continues. Obviously, perfect passer rating. He looks great. I'm excited for him. Next question for me was the defense, and they looked pretty good when the starters were out there. Obviously, Darius Slay, I don't think played in the preseason, and if he did, it was very limited. But we saw a bit of some of the other guys. Like Kaiser White, I was super excited about. It was a signing that I was kind of interested in. It seemed like kind of a steal for the price he was, and interception on the first drive, I believe, or the first defensive drive, if I'm not mistaken. And it seems like our starters played pretty good, and that's all you're really looking for. The rest of the game, it's the third stringers and guys who probably aren't going to be on the team. So special teams mistake gives up basically gives them like, I don't know, they got the ball at like the 45-yard line or something. Is what it is. It's preseason. You're not really looking at your third stringers like they're really anything. The result of the game doesn't really matter. It's the start of the game and what you see out of your starters.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you. I want to, because I look at this Eagles team going. Yeah, I don't want to spoil like my NFL season predictions, but I look at this Eagles team. They really exceed expectations last year. I also thought last year they were going to finish third or fourth. They sneak into a wild card spot. Now I look at them. I think they are a legitimate shot to win this division. Really, the only team that would scare me if I'm an Eagles fan is the Cowboys. I think this team I think the expectation for this team is to win the division.
I believe. I mean, if you're asking me who I'm scared of in the division, nobody. I ain't scared.
Exactly.
Wide receiver too. Who is seriously going to be playing week 1 for them at wide receiver? It looks like it's going to be CeeDee Lamb and some guys I can't even remember off the top of my head. I'm not scared. Their defense, it's good with Micah Parsons, but am I scared of Trayvon Diggs? No. He can't stop giving up 1,000-yard receive. No. Alex?
Actually, you can take the next question. But we should say 7. This Eagles team should win the division or at least contend to win the division.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are on the highest of the division this year, especially how their offense is, and with the addition of AJ Brown and having Devontae Smith next to him, as well as Jaden Rager, I think this team is more above achievement than the others in this division, and I think that this team has the chance to go very long into the playoffs if everyone stays healthy, which will be a big important thing to keep an eye on, especially the quarterback Jalen Hurts. He has to bring it every single day, and he has to be on point with his throws and not get too much into interceptions, especially playing big top defensive teams. And when I look at their schedule, they play Detroit in their first game, which is at Detroit, and then they play the first home game on September 19th against the Vikings, which is a Monday night game at Philly. So I think those 2 games, they got a great shot to be 2-0.
Definitely. I mean, I want to ask you both about I really feel like this roster is really complete. The one question mark I really think is with Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts I look at as I think he's I think he's a solid quarterback, but I think he's a solid at worst top 20 in the league guy. But is he the guy that can take your franchise to next level? Because this is his 3rd year. Am I correct?
Yeah.
This is his 3rd year. So is Jalen Hurts gonna be able to take that next step to really become be more of a franchise guy? Like what David Metcalf was kind of for the Eagles, what Michael Vick was for the Eagles for a couple of years. Can he step up or be that guy, or is he gonna be more of a Jimmy Garoppolo, Jared Goff type, where they're solid, but they're not the type of guys that that can push you over the hump?
I mean, the 49ers made the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, if that's that's his floor, I think I'm pretty excited about him.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think Jalen Hurts has everything that he needs, physically to be a great quarterback. He has the mentality to be a great quarterback. I see no reason why he can't be.
It's hard to disagree. I mean, look at the weapons the Eagles have surrounded them. The Eagles have done like such a great job, surrounding their young quarterback with talent.
Yes, they have.
It's something that our two New York teams could take notes from.
Yeah, they got to surround their quarterbacks with more. Honestly, with the Giants and the Jets, I don't know. With those two quarterbacks, it's a question.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I'll ask you a little bit later on about both those things later on in the show. But Alex, I want to give you back the floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think getting the addition of Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis is really going to be helpful with Jason Kelsey, Brendan Graham, Jordan Mailata, and some other good additions. But I think this defense is going to be even more efficient than last season, and that will be very helpful in the later weeks of the season where they have to play more solid offensive teams. And I just feel like that if they still stay healthy, like what I mentioned before, and if this team stays all healthy, they got a great shot to win the division and succeed farther than any other person is expected for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they have a really good chance to succeed, and I think if Jalen Hurts takes the step that he seems to have taken, I think that this team's ceiling is the Super Bowl.
I was just about to say that. If I was going to say this roster is really low, really good as is. If Jalen Hurts takes that next step, I would not. The Eagles making the Super Bowl, I don't think it's out of the question. If Jalen Hurts takes that next step, I don't think it's out of the question.
I mean, what other team in this division do you think comes second? And do you think that they could be a bigger factor than the Eagles? But the question is, can the Eagles be that team where they win and stay consistent or throughout or the 17 weeks of the season? And that's the biggest question for the Eagles this season, is how efficient they can be. And I just feel like having this roster the way it is going to be a big time step forward of last year. And I feel like if everything holds accountable and everyone does their job, this team has the sky's the limit for this team. And I just think that this team has the mentality of bringing Philadelphia another shot to the Super Bowl.
It's very true.
It's hard to disagree with you. I mean, I really feel like I feel like if we're talking about teams in the teams in the NFC, obviously the only team that I really think that could win the division aside from the Eagles is the Cowboys. But really, when I look at the Cowboys, I mean, I think they got a shot. I think they got a pretty decent shot at the playoffs. But I mean, Dak Prescott, he's a great quarterback. But we always say, is he like we've all seen he's not Aaron Rodgers or like Tom Brady. He's not even close to those guys. But he's a solid. I mean, he's a great quarterback. But he's one of those guys where you look at him, he's a great quarterback. He's not like elite. So that's one thing there. And really, what weapons do they really have? Can you really depend on can he really depend on Ezekiel Elliott being your primary weapon? And then that receiving core, and the defense is definitely improved. It's definitely improved from receivers, especially like options. But I just feel like I probably should really look at like both teams, the Eagles and the Cowboys. Again, I don't want to spoil my our NFL season predictions, but if I choose one team between those two, I would take the Eagles overall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's So yeah. Alex, do you have any other Eagles questions for Steven?
Stephen, my one question is, do you think we will see a better performance each game from Jalen Reagor than he had last season?
You know what? I actually think that this season for sure is going to be the best of his career. I think without that stuff off the field that has been affecting him since the beginning of his career, obviously I think his rookie year he got injured before the year, hurt his hand. I think it affected his year a lot more than we know of. I think the year after, with what happened with his friend passing away in the offseason, I think that it got into his head, and I think it was not a good sight of him. I think that he's a lot better than that season shows. I think this year he's going to take a little bit of a step. Is he going to be great? Who knows? But I think he's going to be a lot better than what he was last year. I think for sure we're going to see something like not Nelson Aguilar at his peak, not that great, but still, solid.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like Deshaun Jackson.
I put him a little bit lower than that, but I see what
Yeah, so what do you think of this is Devontae Smith's second year? I mean, did you just ask about him, Alex?
No. I mentioned Jalen Reagor.
Oh, okay. Sorry. But what do you make of Devontae Smith heading to his sophomore year?
Oh, I think he's a stud. I think he has.
I was so mad when you guys leapfrogged us to take him. Alex will tell you, I was so mad during that.
Me and my buddy Max are watching that draft. I believe so, at least, and we were so excited when that happened, man. I remember we were watching one of the Giants fans react to it, and he was like screaming. It was hilarious. One of my all-time favorite moments. But Devontae Smith is a stud. When we traded for AJ Brown originally, I was like, Devontae Smith could still be the wide receiver one. Now, granted, I'm wrong. I think AJ Brown now is a lot better. I've seen a lot more of him. But yeah, Devontae Smith is a stud. I think he had 900 yards his rookie year. He could have had way more than that.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts struggled a little bit early on in the year. And I think the connection he has with Devontae Smith right now is one of the best in the league. I think we're going to see a hell of a lot more from Devontae Smith this year, especially with getting the second best corner from every team. He was playing against the best corner from every team. Now he's playing against the second best. With a great season from Jalen Hurts, he's going to get over 1,000 yards for sure. Not a doubt. Best receiver we've drafted since Deshaun Jackson. All right, I said it.
Hands down, definitely.
Nobody.
All right. So this is technically an NFL preseason show. I gotta switch gears, and I'll ask you about my team, the New York Football Giants. Who I'm not gonna lie, Steven. In the past 5 years, we've sucked. We have been hot garbage, boo-boo diapers. But honestly, Steven, I don't know if you should say something. I feel like things are starting to turn the right direction because now that Dave Gellman and his old dinosaur behind is gone, and and now Joe Shea and Brian Dable, are here and they're establishing, they're modernizing everything. I do like I do like the direction of the team right now. Again, I don't expect them to be any good this year, but I really feel like this is gonna be like this should be, I feel like, one of the last years of this should be this should be the last year where we look at the Giants and say, oh, they're like a 10-loss team, or they're a double-digit loss team.
Yeah, you know what? I have some good news for you, Adam. I think the Giants had one of the best drafts of anybody.
Their draft. Oh my God!
Fantastic.
You get Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal. Oh man,
fantastic draft. I was surprised at first. I was like, Kayvon Thibodeau. I thought he was gonna fall. But nah. That guy was supposed to be the number 1 overall pick for like most of the college season. I don't know what happened. Like he had somebody was
apparently his personality rubbed some people, those teams, the wrong way. It's a joke.
So overstated. I hate it when players fall because of shit like that. That's so overstated. I don't care about that. Regardless, he is one of the most talented players in this draft. He was the best edge rusher last year. I mean, we'll see in his career, but I think that the Giants are turning it around a lot faster than people think they will. But it's going to rely on your quarterback. It's going to rely on Daniel Jones either showing something this year or getting a new one. I like Tyrod Taylor as a backup too.
I do too. I was going to ask you about the quarterback situation. I really feel like this year is a free year with the quarterbacks. I really think it's Daniel Jones' 4th year. You get him in with obviously we all can agree on this podcast. Jason Garrett's not any good. He is he was one of the worst play callers of all time. Maybe not that strong, but let's be honest, he's not that good. I definitely feel like he had something to do with Daniel Jones's poor performance over the past couple of years. So you get him in with Brian Dable, and I really feel like this is a free year for him. You see what you got with Daniel Jones. If he succeeds, then boom, you got your franchise quarterback, and if he doesn't, you just draft one next year, which should be a much better quarterback draft class.
This is supposed to be a really good quarterback year, so they might be able to get somebody. My question, with Daniel Jones is, is he going to figure out how to hold on to the football a little better?
Yeah,
it's some of that might be overstated. He's got a lot of fumbles, and that's a big concern. I didn't think he was a bad pick at the time. I mean, I understand now looking at it, it looks bad, but granted, Giants are awful. They haven't put anything around him. He hasn't had an offensive line at all.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. You could see Daniel Jones be a decent quarterback this year, but probably not. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah. If I were to bet, I would say no, but I would say probably not. If I were to bet, is Daniel Jones the starting quarterback for the Giants next year? I would say no. But is there a world where Brian Dable, obviously, I don't think he's going to turn to he's going to pull a Josh Allen or anything. No, I'm not expecting that. But can he turn Daniel Jones into a guy that can get you 400 yards and maybe close to 30 touchdowns passing? I can see a world where that happens. I can see a world where that happens.
I think Daniel Jones. I thought he was a good quarterback coming out. I didn't understand the absolute. I thought it was a reach. I thought they could have got him later, but I thought it was the right quarterback. And of the two that were on the board, it kind of was. But
I was a huge Dwayne Haskins fan at the time.
I didn't think he.
Yeah. Obviously, rest in peace. Rest in peace to him, and condolences and God rest his soul, and condolences to his family. But I was a huge fan of him at the time. But yeah, I agree. Is that Daniel Jones? I really feel like if they took him at 17, I don't think people would have been as bad. I just feel like taking him at 6. We all could look back on if you look back. I feel like if Daniel Jones was back in 17, we would look back on the pick and saying, it's not too bad. It's decent, but I feel like taking him at 6. I feel like taking him at 6 is what leads a lot.
He
People
was
have taste in his mouth. Because remember, he had a pretty decent rookie year. He had a pretty decent rookie year. And then his past 2 years, he's kind of like fallen off a bit.
I thought he was actually going to be really good. Yeah, after his rookie year, I was like, he kind of looks good. I was a little nervous. I was like, maybe the Giants didn't make a terrible mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think they did to begin with, but now looking back on it, I just think that ended up being kind of his ceiling. I hope it's not, I like a good matchup. All right. I like it when teams are good and we get to see the best possible football imaginable.
I am sure you would agree, Steven. Like, we need the Giants Eagles rivalry back.
It's fun.
We need us to hate each other again. Because that rivalry has just been like dormant for like a decade.
I will say, my girlfriend, she grew up a Giants fan, so yeah.
Oh,
I've got that.
That must be fun.
To be fair, she's not a huge football fan, so it's not an issue.
Okay.
It wouldn't be anyways.
I mean, I'm not even get into the whole sports fan dating thing. I'm not touching that. I'm smart on that. But I'll ask you one more Giants question. I really do like the signing of Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor, I thought was a really underrated signing. I was kind of surprised nobody was talking about it because I was like, Tyrod Taylor has a chance to start on the Giants with Daniel Jones. If they don't see him, they should start Tyrod Taylor. He has been a solid quarterback for a while. He ain't a great starter. He's not going to get you to the Super Bowl, but he's a solid. He's a nice quarterback.
Yeah, and now you have insurance because remember what happened last year? Once Daniel Jones went down, like who was starting for the Giants?
Like Mike Glennon
and Jake Fromm.
Jake Fromm. I thought he was going to be okay because I was like, oh, he was okay. He was good. He was a good college quarterback. He was awful. That was maybe the worst quarterbacks I have ever seen. Thank God we played him.
And it just shows like how like these great college pros. I remember how good Jake Fromm was in college. How they come to the NFL and they stink up the joint.
Yeah, no. A lot of times college just doesn't show everything. He wasn't playing that great a defense. Although he was in the SEC, wasn't he? Was Jake Fromm Georgia's quarterback?
He was Georgia's quarterback.
Yeah, I was pretty sure. I'm like, him and there was another Jake that came out of he was either on the Bills.
Yeah, I think it was on the Bills. He was on the Bills. Yeah,
you know which one I'm talking about. Him. He had something come out about him before the draft too. I think so, or it was after the draft.
I think it was after the draft. Yeah,
probably not a great guy, but that's for anybody who wants to do some research. You can look that up. Not a great guy. But honestly, I thought the Giants didn't have an awful off season, and in their preseason, I mean, they played the Patriots, and they didn't look too bad. I mean, Daniel Jones didn't look great, but it was okay. Saquon Barkley is the thing I'm the most concerned about when I look at.
Because this is his contract year, right?
Yes,
he has free agency, so
yeah.
I mean, he could pull an Aaron Judge and just go absolutely insane, but I mean, it's the first time he's had like anything. It should be the first time he's had anything decent of an offensive line. So there's that to be like optimistic about.
Yeah, I'm a Penn State fan. Obviously, I'm a basic Philly sports fan. Penn State considered one of those kind of. You're not gonna. What am I gonna watch? Temple? Yeah, Penn State. Saquon Barkley was amazing. Absolutely one of the best running backs I have ever seen play in college. Not Adrian Peterson, but you know what I mean. Saquon Barkley was great, and so I mean, now looking back at it, you don't take a running back top 2. I don't know why you did that.
Yeah, that's my big problem. Like, you don't take him top 2. If they trade down and took him, I would have liked it a lot better, but. I really think the move there was like obviously looking back on it was take Josh Allen, but the move looking back on it right now was probably trade down.
I don't know why they thought that they could still win with Eli Manning. Eli awful the year before too, wasn't he?
He was awful, but the team around him like sucked donkey ass. So
Kind of
I,
hard.
but even then he's like what 36, and he was clearly like on his last leg. So he had a chance to like get your future quarterback there. I thought you either A, you should have done it, or B, you should have traded it down.
Yeah, although I thought Saquon Barkley was, after his rookie year, I was like, damn, what a good running back.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was like I think people had him in the top 5, and they were right. He had 1,000 yards receiving and like 1,200 yards rushing, if I'm not mistaken. I forget.
I think so.
He was really good. Started to get injured in his second year, and then I think he tore his ACL in his third year. So this is going to be his 4th year, and it's a big year for him. I'm curious. I really hope the best for him. Obviously, I was a huge Saquon Barkley fan and my favorite player on the Giants for a while. I hope he has bounced back, but I don't know if that's possible with how many injuries he's had, and just the way he's looked since has been pretty bad.
Yeah.
And not the best offensive line, but I don't know. I don't know if he still is that same Saquon Barkley that was bowling over guys in college and his rookie year.
You just wonder if like the damage has been done.
I have
over the years.
Penn State has a pretty bad track record of highly drafted running backs not really staying healthy. Man.
You think there's a world where the Eagles sign him?
I wanted to originally. Now I'm not so sure.
It depends on the season he has. I really feel like it depends on the season he has.
To be honest with you, I don't want to pay a running back. Seems like it goes.
Yeah. Honestly, I respect that answer.
Love running backs. They are, it's fun. It's fun to have a good running back. But it seems like
here's the thing. You'll invest like premium money in non-premium positions. Like running backs clearly like the premium positions I feel like in the NFL are quarterback, like edge rusher, offensive tackle, quarterback and wide receivers. Those 5 that you really invest in.
I would only pay a running back in these top 5. I think
I'd say Barkley, at least right now, like it's definitely not top 5.
He's rough.
I don't think that's his fault. It's like his fault. He's always had injury issues, and the Giants have done him absolutely no favors. But as they say, it is what it is.
It is what I mean. NFL's a business at the end of the day. Would I love to see Saquon Barkley get overpaid by some team that's not mine? Yes. Would I love to see him play for my team on a contract that's not awful for us? Yeah. But it's just not going to happen. The only thing I'll say is Miles Sanders ain't doing too much better.
All right.
Better.
He's better, but not by much.
Really hoping for a better year this year from him, but
we'll see. All right, we got to quickly wrap up the NFL preseason. We got to go to the last local team, the Jets. Really it started out as really it looked like it was going to be a Jets fan's worst nightmare, but now it's still a pretty rough blow, but it's not as bad as it could have been. Zach Wilson with a knee injury. Obviously, the news that I remember it was, I think Alex first exited us saying that it was a torn ACL that he could be done for the year, and I was just thinking to myself, for Jets, we have a Jets on our podcast, I was thinking to myself, oh man, this stinks, because I'm looking at this year, similar to the Eagles. I'm looking at the Jets, they have some nice pieces around Zach Wilson, and they improve defense. If Zach Wilson takes his next step, I was thinking to myself, this Jets team, I would not be shocked if they made a push for the playoffs. I look at this team, I would not be shocked if they made a push for the playoffs if Zach Wilson takes that step. Now and then with the knee injury, that sets that plan that would have completely blown that plan around. Now it's looking like he's gonna be out 4-6 weeks.
I believe is what they said.
So there is a chance he could be ready for opening day. If not, he'll probably miss maybe 2-3 games, I think.
my guess is he's probably back by like week 2, if not by week 1.
Yeah. So yeah. At worst, he misses the game. So I did. So obviously, Steve, I want to ask you, what was your reaction to like the Zach Wilson injury, and do you share and what were your thoughts of like him and the Jets heading into this season?
Obviously, when I heard that he had gotten injured, I was pretty, I felt bad. I didn't get to watch the game live. I had to watch it, afterwards. But I think Zach Wilson has an important year this year. When he gets healthy and he starts playing, it's very important. He's going to need to start showing something because his rookie year, I didn't see very much.
Yeah.
I didn't look too good. Granted, the Jets were awful, as they have been for a lot of years. It feels like the Jets haven't really gotten the quarterback position right in a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping Zach Wilson's good. I don't hate the Jets. It's just, it's one of those things. It's just like the Bears where it's like it feels like they just can't seem to get it right. But, I could be wrong about him. He has a good arm. He has a strong arm.
I was really high on him coming out of college.
I was too. I thought he was going to be the best quarterback in the draft at first. I was like, Trevor Lawrence.
I had Trevor Lawrence but he was a very, very close 1B in my opinion.
I thought Trevor Lawrence was really great. I was like, but Zach Wilson has the highest potential, I think is what I said. I didn't say I don't know if I remember saying that he was going to be the best quarterback or not. I kind of forget. But I remember him being the one I was like, he has the highest potential. He has the most physical gifts of any quarterback in the draft. Like he's pretty fast. I mean, he throws. He's got a cannon.
Yeah. He's very Mahomes-esque. He got the comparisons to Aaron Rodgers and like Patrick Mahomes, like in the draft, like heavily, all those skilled throws that he's able to make, that type of arm talent, that you really don't see. That's what really took my that's really caught my attention about him. So obviously he struggled his rookie year, but again, how often do you quarterbacks struggling their rookie year is the norm. Like for example, the Justin Herbert rookie year, those are typically the exceptions.
Yeah, I think that his rookie year, him struggling, it's not really that bad of a sign. I want to see a pretty big step up this year. I think he's got some talents around him. I liked the Jets draft. I thought it was really good. It was another draft I have.
They had a really great draft too.
Sauce Gardner, I wanted him so badly, but we weren't even close to being able to get him, and we ended up not really needing him. I think the Eagles did fine, but the Jets, honestly, I don't know where I'd put them going into this year. I'm curious about them. I think a lot of it relies on things that I just, it could go either way. It kind of relies on Robert Saleh being a good coach. I didn't think his first year there went too well, but like I said, not a lot of talent on the team, so you can't really debate it on that. I think their GM is really good. I love Joe Douglas. I think he was amazing with us.
Yeah.
But I think, it relies on how Zach Wilson looks, how the defense kind of develops together, and, guys like is CJ Mosley back with them? I forget.
I think he is. Is CJ Mosley back? I think he is. Let me take a look. I think he is.
I'm like 95% sure he's still on the Jets. Haven't seen him play in 2 years? Feels like. Did he play last year? No, I don't think he did. I think he got injured.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still with the Jets.
Yeah, man. That signing did not go well. But regardless, I think that they have the ability to be a wild card team. They're not going to that division.
I think that division is the Bills to lose.
It's not going to happen there. But I think that they have enough potential where I think the ceiling of the team is like a 9-win season, a 10-win season, maybe.
I think 9-10 wins and a wild card spot. I think that's the best case scenario.
Yeah. The worst case scenario, though, it gets real ugly real fast.
Because here's the thing. If it gets real ugly, this is Joe Douglas's, 4th year on the job?
Yeah.
It's like, it's like I really look at Joe Douglas as like it's not like I don't think he's really made like any like bad moves. I like the moves he's made, but it just becomes like it just becomes a point where like your time's running out. Eventually, you gotta stop like winning. Like the result, it's like the results have to eventually start showing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
like if they finish like if they finish with like if they finish like 8 wins or maybe 7 wins and they take that next step forward, then I think like I think Joe Douglas and Robert Sala like they return,
I
but
don't
if
think they
but yeah,
fire him.
I'm not saying that Joe Douglas is the only way I feel like Joe Douglas would be gone is if like they like finish if the wheels completely fall off, they finish with like 14 or 13 losses. That's the only way I think Joe Douglas is gone.
Yeah, I think Joe Douglas. I mean, like if they have a bad year, say like a 5-win season in a row, I don't think you should blame it on Joe Douglas. I think he's made some good moves. He was also put in an awful situation that Le'Veon
Yeah.
Bell.
Yeah, and he was put in an awful situation too. Yeah,
But at some point or another, probably next year is when you're gonna be like, it's either we start winning games or you're gone.
yeah.
That's his prove it year. I mean, I thought we should have fired Howie Roseman a couple years ago. I was freaking wrong. Howie Roseman ended up being amazing. But with the Jets, honestly, it's kind of it's a pretty high ceiling and a pretty low floor. So you don't really know what you
I think if you're a Jets fan right now, if they finish with like 8 or 9 wins, I think you sign up for that, regardless of like if they make the playoffs or not.
I think a 9-win season you should be really proud of.
Yeah.
I think
A 9-8 win season, like I think you would be happy with.
absolutely. I see no.
Assuming that Zach Wilson takes that next step. I feel like Zach Wilson is the key thing. If he takes that next step and he finishes with 8-9 wins, I think Jets fans will be thrilled.
I think this year and next year are Zach Wilson's years to either prove it or
yeah. That's usually get the quarterbacks usually like get like a 3-year window in my opinion.
Yeah, I give my thing is like you get like 3 years. As a quarterback, I think you should get about 3 years. With other positions, can vary.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
I considered last year kind of it showed a little bit. I didn't like his accuracy was really bad, but I think a lot of young quarterbacks are expected to be these great players just right off the bat because we've seen it before with Baker having his great rookie year. He hasn't been great since, but his rookie year was amazing. He had, Andrew Luck not that long ago, 2014, so I guess it's long ago now, but he was really great. Patrick Mahomes in his first year starting, amazing. But like people forget that is not normal. Justin Herbert as well, obviously. That's not a normal thing for quarterbacks to do. We've just gotten lucky recently. It's just been luck where these great quarterbacks have been great immediately. Lamar Jackson won MVP, his second
year. First year he wasn't good.
His first year he was bad. He was great his second year. By the way, Lamar Jackson haters, I don't understand it. He won MVP.
I don't understand it either.
There's nothing there. You're hating him for a different reason. But like I don't see why people will just all of a sudden they're like quarterback's got to be great their rookie year or get rid of him.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. I feel like that's today's like digital like social media age for you, and the age of like everyone's gotta have the hot take. Everyone has to have it first,
They got to be right first before he even has his career. Trevor Lawrence still has time, and he had a bad rookie year, a really bad one. But also,
I'll say when it comes to Trevor Lawrence, I really feel like it's not him I'm worried about. It's the Jaguars.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's kind of doesn't really matter what he does. He's on the Jaguars.
Yeah,
like people, they expect these great rookie years because we've seen it a couple times. But there have been great quarterbacks that took a while. Josh Allen, obvious example. But you got guys like am I thinking like Aaron Rodgers? He didn't play for his first like 4 years or something close to that. Brett Favre was terrible his rookie year. He was awful. The Falcons did everything they could to get rid of him. And guess what he turned into? Hall of Famer. Easily.
Eli Manning was awful his rookie year. He wasn't good at all. And look, he won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I mean, you look at like some of the top quarterbacks in the league were bad their rookie year.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at. Let me give me a couple seconds here, but
I think Peyton Manning led the league in interceptions rookie year, didn't he?
Peyton Manning, one of the best quarterbacks of all time, top 5, easy. Don't even need to question that.
Josh Allen barely played his rookie year.
Yeah.
Have we even seen Trey Lance yet?
We haven't. We've barely seen the game out of him. But I still think Trey Lance has a potential. I don't know if he's gonna be good, but he has potential. He can.
Yeah, we haven't. That's the thing. I don't think he's played a game. Can we at least see him play first?
Yeah, I don't.
Before we start that, like, with Zach Wilson, we at least we all agree it's early, but at least we've seen at least some games of him. Trey Lance, I don't think has he played a snap yet?
Probably not, to be honest. He's played a couple, but he hasn't. I don't think he got a start last year, and if he did, it was pretty limited. Who am I?
Yeah, he had 6 games, and he 51 snaps.
Another one. Matt Stafford. He just won a Super Bowl this year.
Yeah,
first couple of years, not great. His first 2 years got injured, didn't look too great. But look where he is now.
Yeah. Well, and look, part of that is leaving the dumpster fire as Detroit Lions.
True. Leaving Detroit Lions is, it's a godsend.
It's that's one of the things where if you're on draft day, you just say that's one of the teams you're like, please don't let me go to them. Please don't let me go to them.
For me right now, it's the Jaguars and then it's the Lions. It's like I don't want to play for those teams. Come on. I want a team that's gonna maybe win a Super Bowl with me. They ain't winning shit. Although Falcons threaten to become one. I think Falcons might be one of those teams pretty soon. They have such awful luck.
Yeah.
They're.
We don't even need to mention, what happened in the Super Bowl.
Nope, that's one of my least favorite things that have ever. Can't believe it.
Yeah. All right, we've been rambling about about NFL preseason for a while now. The good news is, Steven, you do plan to stay for the rest of the episode, so.
Absolutely.
All right, so now before we do a segment called the hot take of the episode. I demonstrated before we started recording to you, but before we do that, we've been doing this really special segment before we do the hot take. Did you want to guess what it is? It's something that's been airing recently in sports. And we're doing part by part, very part by part.
Is it a season prediction or?
No, it's not.
Part by part.
It's just episode by episode.
Episode by episode. I'm not sure. What is it?
Alex, you want to tell him?
The Captain.
The Captain?
The Derek Jeter documentary.
Oh, I got you.
We were reviewing it episode by episode, and now this is actually episode 7 aired the other day, but we've done episodes 1 through 5, so this is gonna be episode 6. Long story short is have you got a chance to watch any of it, Steve? I mean, I know you're a Philly sports fan, but if did you ever get a chance to see any of it?
No, I haven't been able to see it yet. I've heard a little bit about it though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Obviously, as a Yankees fan, it's everything I ever wanted. But it's focusing on episode 6 right now. I really liked this might be my personal favorite episode of the entire documentary because obviously let's start off with one point. It was 2009, them winning the World Series. I really loved how much they emphasized how much it meant to Derek Jeter to get back on top of the mountain. Because let's think of it. The last time he won a World Series was 2000, and this was after. Remember how badly he lost in 2001 and 2004? Those heartbreakers.
Reminder: what team did they play?
They played the Diamondbacks in 2001, and they lost on a walk-off single. And in 2004, they played the Red Sox in the LCS. We don't even need to talk about that.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't even need to talk about that. But it's just like ever since like that World Series, like the Yankees and you specifically have got to know you for heartbreak. So it really showed like how special it was, for him to finally get back on top of the mound. So that was really like definitely a highlight of the documentary for me of episode 6 for me.
That's awesome. I mean, when I think about Derek Jeter's career, it's interesting to put in perspective. He won 2 rings, right?
He won 5 rings.
Wow, I was wrong. That's right. He won them in the 90. I got to remember.
96, 98, 99, 2000, 2009.
Okay, yeah. That's what I saw. I was like, he won them in kind of the late 90s and then one in the early 2000s and one against, of course, my Phillies. Yikes.
Oh, yeah. We have 2 Phillies fans talking about the 2009 World Series. Wow.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. In the documentary, Alex, did you see episode 6 yet?
I didn't get a chance to.
Oh, right. Now I'm going to have to spoil this for you guys. I have no choice to. I think, was it Chase Utley that said, like, after that series, he, like, can't listen to, like, Empire State of Mind, like, anymore? I think Jay-Z did, like, that big, like, show at Yankee Stadium, and now, like, that was the year, like, that song, like, first favorite song of all time, by the way.
That's a good song.
Yeah, but he said it's a great song, but I can't listen to it anymore because now it haunts him.
Yeah.
You guys won the World Series the previous year, so
it's not too bad. I would have loved to repeat, and especially against the Yankees. So that would be amazing. But it meant more to you guys than it did to us.
Yeah.
However, after that, things went really bad. I mean, we went into the playoffs until 2011, and then we are where we are now.
Ever since that, you guys are. We'll talk about them though. You guys have a pretty good year right now.
Oh yeah.
Especially after you fired Girardi. You guys have. If you guys don't make the playoffs, it'd be a disappointment, in my opinion.
Joe Girardi is the worst thing to happen to the Phillies in so long.
Yeah, he was my guy. He was my guy too. Like obviously, he was, as the Yankees saying, he was our guy. But it was obvious that like a shift like was needed.
I don't hate Joe Girardi. I think he was a really great guy. I think he had some funny moments as a Philly.
I feel like his drill sergeant like ways kind of like took its toll on him.
It started to age pretty poorly, and with this team, it just wasn't working. And his problem with the Phillies is his refusal to play young players. I mean, he put Bryson Stott got sent on a AAA during the year. Right now, he's just got his batting average up to like 220.
Yeah,
amazing. And after the year, but him benching the young players and keeping this Didi Gregorius freaking old as hell and just refusing to use Sir Anthony Dominguez as a closer. We didn't use Sir Anthony Dominguez as a closer until like 2 weeks into tenure with us. And this dude's a friggin' stud. He is amazing. And it's just his bullpen management was so bad. That's what ended up killing us. But yes, go back on with the Derek Jeter.
Yeah, I was about to say couple of takeaways. Number one was Derek Jeter. I'm so happy they went into this guy. This is one thing I was really looking forward to because they discussed a big part of documentary was Jeter's falling out with Alex Rodriguez, I guess, and that whole thing. And they also talk about Jeter like having a fall with Brian Cashman. This mainly happened during the 2010, like after the 2010 season, because Jeter was like what? He was age 36 at the time. He was 36 at that time, and he was coming off a down year, and people were thinking, well, like there is like it's about time like starting to catch up to him. Is his contract year, and he hit free agency, and the negotiations they got ugly. They got very, very ugly. I believe the Yankees offer to him was 3 years, like $45 million, which is $15 million a year, which nowadays sounds kind of insulting. But back then, when like three like $300 million contracts like weren't really a thing. Like I thought back then it was like maybe it was like it seemed more fair. Back then, it seemed more fair, and Jeter then told Cashman during the number one and here's where the Yankees really dropped the ball. That apparently they leaked the negotiations, like they let it get out there, like the actual dollar amount get out there, and that obviously really pissed Derek off, and that was definitely a bad part on the Yankees part. And another thing is that Jeter they this was known before, but they went into this right now that Jeter was this negotiated Cash, and Cash said, "Who would you rather have playing shortstop than me?" And Cash says, "Do you really want to know?" And Jeter says yes, and Cash starts rallying off names like Troy Tulowitzki was one of them, and then Jeter just storms out of just storms out, and that ultimately and Jeter, I mean I don't want to spoil too much, but at least for a while, Jeter and Cash were not on good terms after that.
Yeah, I think I've heard about Derek Jeter's kind of thing with the Yankees. That specific moment I've heard about before.
Yeah.
Just crazy, by the way, to just start rattling off. Yeah, I think this guy's better than you.
Yeah, it's this is guys one of the all-time Yankee icons, the greatest Yankee of our generation. You're just saying, "Oh, I'll take this guy over you. I'll take this guy over you. I'll take this guy over you."
This is crazy.
But what I mean, which I get, Brian Cashman's trying to negotiate, but come on, dude.
It's not negotiating. It's just pissing him off, bro. With that, you want him to sign back with you. You don't want him. You don't want him to go elsewhere. When I hear about that incident, I'm like, damn, it's got to take some balls to just be like, you know what, Didi? I value every single shortstop more than you.
If Brian Cashman could do that to Derek Jeter, imagine what you guys can do to Didi.
My God, imagine Dave Dombrowski going to the office with Didi going, all right, I'm just going to call it straight with you, bud. I value 31 shortstops more than you. And no, I said AA players. I know Derek Jeter back then. I mean, his defense might not have been that great. Who knows?
It's it's really hot talk among the analyst community, and I tend to really stay away from that stuff. A lot of people are saying "Oh, Jeter was actually overrated, was that good?" I'm like, shut up. If you for some reason think this is "Oh, he's the greatest player of all time," then yeah, he's overrated. But he's easy at first. He's easy at first Hall of Famer. He's easy even when you look at WAR and stuff, you look at these advanced metrics. I think his WAR is among all players since he entered the league in 1995 is 7th all time.
He has
as WAR among shortstops is 6th all time.
I think it's crazy.
He's one of the best shortstops of all time. He's the greatest Yankee of our generation, and he's one of the best players of his generation.
I think it's stupid for people to try to say he's not a Hall of Famer. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. He's a Yankees icon. He can't be a Yankees icon.
Yeah, he's just a winner. He was just a winner.
I think he's the most properly rated MLB player of all time because he's simultaneously underrated as hell and simultaneously overrated as hell. People constantly...
I think this might be the best take I've ever heard on the Game On podcast. You have won the best take award. Congratulations.
His defense might have been overrated. I don't care. He was a great player for a long time.
Yeah. Here's how I really like to respond to them who questions defense. His defense was good enough to win 5 World Series championships.
It was good enough. Was it the best defender in the league? No. But it's he's Derek Jeter. Shut up.
Yeah, but I mean the aspiration. I mean, obviously, the 3,000 fit really, really love that. But it showed Derek Jeter that he mentioned this recently on the K-Rod cast. He was on the K-Rod cast with Oxford Reese. He mentioned that the only time I really got nervous was when personal milestones was coming up. That's when he started got nervous. And he mentioned before during the documentary how he wanted to do it at home, and he didn't lie how that was he's put some he really wants to like do it at home. So that was another great part. And like with him announced that 2014 would be like his like final year.
I think the way I see Derek Jeter's defense, sorry to bring it up again, I think he was clutch. He made the plays when it mattered.
Exactly.
He did it when
and the analyst committee will argue that clutch is a thing, which I think is a joke. I'm not even gonna bother try ranting about that.
I think it's hard to
because it's one of those things that can't really be quantified.
It's not something you can put into a number. I think
and unfortunately, something I want to say because there are a lot of like people in the analyst community that I really like and respect. So it's obviously not all, but there are just some that just like if it can't be quantified, then they disregard it.
I think that numbers play a big part in sports.
Yeah, and this is coming from a guy like I'm getting more, at least baseball-wise, I'm getting more into like numbers. I'm getting more into Fangraphs. I'm getting more into Baseball Savant, but it's like some people take it too far, bro.
I think like people start to overrate those numbers and how important they are. I think that a lot of the times, in specifics, defensive like statistics like that, very hard. They're very hard to kind of put into perspective and be like, okay, well, it's just I don't think that the numbers matter that much.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, some of your basic statistics are just as important. I think, errors. You have a high error number, probably not doing too well. But also, you might be having more attempts or more playable balls that takes on. So
yeah, it's very complicated. It's very complicated.
It's very complicated, and I don't think as people make it out to be. But yeah, anyways, with Derek,
we gotta move on. We gotta get to the hot take of the episode. The only two people that can go are me and Marcellus, and I'm the only one here. So Alex, Steven, this is a segment where normally we spin, whoever lands on gets to do like a hot take, and then we all vote and we both approve or disapprove. So I mean, I already told mine to Michael off air. I told all you guys off air, and Michael's the only one, and Michael voted no. I knew he was gonna vote no. Oh no, because I said I'll explain my hot take. Like the first part, I think you guys are gonna agree with. The second part, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I definitely thought the first part was agreeable, but that second part,
that's where it like gets sketchy. So here's my hot take. We talk so often about like overrated superstars. Like what our co-host Sam did a hot take saying, Kevin Durant's the most overrated superstar in sports. And I did like the same thing. I said James Harden was the most overrated superstar in sports.
No, I got something else to say about that. I'll say.
But I'm thinking, why don't we go to underrated superstars? Like, who's the most underrated superstar, man? I would say this guy's necessarily underrated, per se, but rather that, it's just that whenever we discuss, like, superstars in NBA history, we never really bring them up, and I'm talking about Tim Duncan. I would say Tim Duncan is, like, probably the most underrated superstar, like maybe not in sports, but at the very least in basketball. Because honestly, like Steven, when we talk about like greatest players of all time, like when we talk about greatest players of all time, correct me if I'm wrong, we never usually like specifically we mention it, but we never specifically bring up Tim Duncan.
Yeah, I think that you definitely have a point there. I think that he is underappreciated. I think he's under talked about. Mm-hmm. However, I think you brought up another name in James.
Yeah, I brought up another name. This is where it got really, really hot. I said that I would rank Tim Duncan higher on my all-time list than Kobe.
And I gotta disapprove. No.
All right. And let me make my argument. You compare the two resumes. It's a lot closer than you're making out to be. It's like, look, they're tied in the NBA championships. They both have 5 rings. But Tim Duncan not only has one more Finals MVP. He also has two more. He also has an extra regular season MVP award. So there's that thing. Like he also so they're both tied in rings. He's played in more playoffs than Kobe Bryant. He's made just as many all NBA teams. He's made more all defensive teams. He won Rookie of the Year. I'm not sure how. I don't think that matters too much in the debate. But here's my big argument. Here's my big argument. I think Tim Duncan. When we're talking about strictly resume, I think Tim Duncan achieved a stronger resume, or at least just a strong resume, with less help than what Kobe Bryant had. Now, I'm not saying Tim Duncan did have a lot of help. Obviously, you had David Robinson. You had Tony Parker. You had Miles Ginobili. I'm not saying Tim Duncan didn't have a lot of help, but you look at Kobe. Kobe, you could make the argument that for 3 of his championships wasn't even the best player on his own team.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, you can make the like Shaq, at least for the first 3 championships. If we're talking about pure talent, like Shaq was the best player on those teams. There's a reason why he won all those 3 of those Finals MVPs for us. Tim Duncan the last one I'll give you, Kawhi was better, but that was only because Tim Duncan was up there in age. Like really for at least for the majority of championships, for the majority of his championships, he's been the best player on his he's been the best player on the Spurs. And we compare coaching, I granted Phil Jack Greg Popovich is probably they both have amazing coaches, great Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich. You could make the case that they're the first and second greatest coaches of all time.
Yeah, I think they are.
So that's that's where would I rank Tim Duncan all time? Because we were having a discussion. Earlier. Obviously the Mount Rushmore is Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, Magic, like that for me. But then after that, I think it gets more complicated. You could throw Wilt Chamberlain in there. Guy rest his soul. You could throw Bill Russell in there. That's where it gets tricky. But I think Tim Duncan's right in the mix. I would go as far as say he's top 5 all time. I'm not gonna go that far, but I would go as far as say 7th or 8th all time. And that's big point about this whole thing is that I still think when we talk about greatest players of all time, the top 7 or top 10 greatest players, when we talk about the greatest players of all time, I just don't think we bring up Tim Duncan enough. And that's the end of my hot take.
All right. I have a different thing to say. Kobe won a championship with Pau Gasol and some good role players. So, he showed that he could win by himself. He didn't have.
I'm not saying that to discredit Kobe. I'm not saying that to discredit Kobe. It's just that to discredit Kobe. I'm just saying that Tim Duncan, at least throughout the majority of his career, won more with less help.
That's fair. But I will say the reason why Kobe wasn't winning as much after Shaq left is because they surrounded him with nothing. That team was pretty bad for a couple of years because they just...
You're not wrong.
Didn't put anything on the team. And I think that Tim Duncan had a better team than Kobe did for a lot of Kobe's prime. I think Kobe didn't have much of a chance to win as much as Tim Duncan did. Now, he still won 4 or 5 rings.
Kobe won 5 and Tim Duncan won 5. They both had won the same amount of rings.
And I think when you look at it, you can say, well, Tim Duncan won more championships without as much help. But at the same time, you could say with Kobe, he didn't have a chance to win a lot of championships because he didn't have fucking any help.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think that I could see them being in... I think I overstated a little bit how much of a difference there is between Kobe and Duncan. I don't think that there's that much. I think that they're pretty close. I think Kobe I have in my top 3, which, maybe some of that is just because of personal bias. And if I really looked into it, I would probably put him a little bit lower. But I think Kobe and uh, Kobe and Tim Duncan are two players that are viewed very differently for some reason. But yeah, I think you're right. I think that they are not that far apart, but I still think Kobe's better.
Okay. I don't just. I'm not gonna blame for that. I'm not gonna blame for that. I think if you told me, if you take Kobe over, Kobe over Tim Duncan, I don't think that's unreasonable. I just think, I personally think, I think the debate is a lot closer than people think, than some people think.
Yeah. The more I think about it, yeah, you're not it's not unreasonable. Yeah. It's just I don't think.
So here's the thing: approving or disapproving. It's just so you know, Steven, it's not that you don't necessarily have to agree with the hot take. You just have to think it was a good, the guy basically made a lot of salient points kind of hot take. So if you say I'm not gonna say that to force you to approve. I'm just explaining it. So if so, are you gonna obviously Mike already voted no, so are you voted disapprove? So now it's your vote. Are you gonna approve or disapprove it?
Change my mind. It's approve. I think that's a lot better of a description. Yeah, approve.
All right, Alex, you're up.
I approve.
I'm sorry, Michael. It's not a bad hot take. I don't agree with it personally, but I don't think that making.
I'm gonna FaceTime him right now. I'm gonna get him. See if I can get him on.
He might be. He's a little tired from what.
Yeah, he's a little tired. We'll see. We'll see if he answers. We'll see if he answers.
I have a personal hot take, but
you want to go ahead? Why not?
Loud. I have a very long argument for it. It's about a statement you made earlier.
What?
James Harden being overrated. In my opinion, I think he's underrated right now. I think people
are underrated. Okay, let me hear this.
I have a damn good argument for this, and I thought this long before he was a Sixer. I think that people forget just how great James Harden was because of a rad year he had on the Sixers. I think people overstate his playoff failures, so to speak. You know who he played? He played the friggin' Warriors. And he was the only goddamn team to take that team with KD, Steph Curry, all of them. He was the only one to 7 games. And I think it's overstated enough.
I agree. I'll let you finish.
I think his game 7 was bad. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, sure. He had an awful game 7. But he was the only guy to get there against Steph Curry and Kevin Durant on the same team. The only player to ever get there with him. So I don't understand why people make that like he's some playoff choker all time. It's not really. I mean, he just didn't have a window with the Rockets. I think maybe on the Thunder, maybe. I don't know. He was a 6-man on the Thunder. So, well, when you look at him on the Rockets, he didn't have a window. I think they made that team at the wrong time because he couldn't get past that Warriors team. But I think that people talk about James Harden like he had no talent, and that is wrong. He was not just a foul baiter. Wasn't just a foul baiter. You know why?
I'm not saying he was.
I'm not saying you are either. But I'm saying that a lot of people think that way because he got a lot of free throws. But remember, part of the reason he did that is because he was so goddamn fast. He would get so many defenders so quick that they couldn't keep up with him, so they had to foul him. And sure, his game is aesthetically pleasing, which is a lot of the reason why people hate Harden. But he's a great player, and I don't see.
Here's my rebuttal to you, Steven. I'm not saying that like getting all those foul shots was the only reason successful. I'm not saying that, but you think it's a coincidence that now that they're not calling that as much that he's falling off a bit. You think it's just a coincidence?
I mean, not really. I think the reason why he fell off a little bit is because he was injured. I think he's older.
That is true.
The reason he hasn't been getting, as many points per game is because he hasn't really been healthy. His step wasn't there last year, and so he wasn't getting by defenders, but he was still a great playmaker. People forget how great of a playmaker he is.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing I think is underrated about him is that he's an excellent passer. He's an excellent playmaker.
He is such an underrated star. I don't understand why people
And
act.
I say you say like you bring up like that 2018 that 2018 playoffs playoffs, you bring that playoffs. Okay, what happened like the following year when Kevin Durant was hurt?
2019. What happened in 2019? Forget what happened.
I think he lost. He lost he lost to the Warriors.
Oh, we lost to.
This was without Kevin Durant.
No, I think Kevin Durant was still playing. Let me look this up.
I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant. I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant was hurt. I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant was hurt.
Double checking. I'm fact checking here.
Let me fact check. I've got this.
I'm pretty sure
it was the semifinals. It was the semifinals.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he was on the team. I think he was still playing. Yeah, he was.
He was. Oh, he was. All right. I apologize. Oh, wait. How many games did he play that series?
I think he got injured. He played in most of them. Let me see. Let me check the end of the series to check.
See.
Wow, James Harden had the most points in like Jesus Christ. He had the most points in the last three games of that series. He had the most points. Wow.
Right.
And they couldn't win the game.
All right, he missed game 7. He missed game 7.
He missed game 7. Did they go to 7?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure series went 7. Let me see.
The 2019, he only went to 6 games against them.
6 games. 6 games. All right, 6 games.
Yeah, so I think maybe he missed game 6. I know he got injured. He tore his ACL.
I guess I had to take my point back. I had no idea Kevin Durant was healthy for that series.
Yeah, I mean he had
my memory was like fogged. I thought for some reason Kevin Durant was hurt.
Just to be fair, he was hurt in the finals that year.
Yeah. So it's kind of easy to get them mixed up, I guess.
That Kevin Durant was on the team that year because I mean, he wasn't in the finals, but yeah, he was still on the team.
Yes.
And did play the semifinals. So yeah. James,
what really rubs me the wrong way about James Harden is his whole exit from Brooklyn, because let's not face it, he quit on the team.
To be fair, seems like he had a reason to.
But here's the thing, who could have saw here's the thing, who could have saw after they got eliminated 2001 last year, who could have saw that coming? So for you to say oh, it looked like he had a reason to, I think that's it's
maybe a little mean on my part.
I think it's a little yeah, I really definitely feel like he gave up on the team too early. And here's my one other point about James Harden. Here's my one other point. Let's see, what was it? I had it. I was about to say it. It just slipped from me. And here's the thing. A lot of people say that. I was a little surprised you bring this up. A lot of people are using the narrative. James Harden has, because I've had people here's why I can't, this hot take of I think James Harden is afraid. I've had people tell me that he's on the same level as Steph Curry. I'm like, no, it's not close.
I don't think a lot of people say that though. I think that to be
we're probably talking to two people because I hear people I've heard some people say that to me.
When you hear the national media talk about James Harden, they talk about him like he's a role player. He ain't overrated.
And a lot of people are using the argument oh, look at all the help Steph Curry has had. James Harden hasn't had enough help. I'm like, okay. He's had Russell Westbrook. He has Clint Capella. He's had Chris Paul. He's had Kevin Durant not once but twice.
I'm sorry.
He has Joel Embiid right now.
That but also he's injured, so it's less of James.
He's
a little past his prime.
All right, so. But we'll have to if we're talking about from the Sixers perspective, we'll have to see what happens. we'll have to see what happens with James Harden. It's gonna be very, very interesting season.
I think that with James Harden, I think the only people he's overrated by are some of his fans. I think go a little bit too hard on it, but I think that the general consensus, for whatever reason, think that he was just if he played in the 90s or whatever, he wouldn't be a great player. He would have still been a great player because
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I don't see
let me ask you this, Steven. Where would you rank James Harden all time?
Oof. It's a tough question. I would probably still put him in the top 20. Maybe top 30, maybe. French.
All right. I respect that. I maybe a little bit on the outside of the top 30, like
I could see it, yeah.
Yeah, around that area.
Top 20, maybe too high. But he is one of the greatest scorers of all time.
Offensively, yeah, I'm not going to deny you on that.
Yeah, I'll be honest, his defense sucks. But as a scorer, he's top.
Yeah.
Top 5, one of those.
Yeah, I won't ever deny you his offensive ability.
But I can't see how you call him overrated because most people are calling him overrated. How can you be overrated? Calling you overrated.
Maybe I'm just listening to different people. I probably am. We're probably listening to different people.
I have heard quite a few people call him overrated and trash. It's like, where do you get this from? I don't see it.
Okay.
I mean, Sixers fans are starting to turn on him. It's like, it's been a half year. You give him a little bit of slack. And also, he was a great player in his prime. I mean, there's an argument to be made he should have won MVP over Giannis that 1 year. Do I make that argument?
I think he should have, honestly. I think he should. Here's the thing.
I don't know.
I thought LeBron should have won it the previous year, but I thought Harden should have won it that year.
Yeah, I think I see what you mean. Yeah, I remember LeBron should have won it that year, and I think Harden has a case to have made it to won it that year.
Yeah.
I think that we look at James Harden in such a negative light because
I honestly look key I understand why Russell Westbrook won that MVP. I look key thought James Harden should have won that one too.
Russell Westbrook is a curious case.
Yeah.
The triple double is an overrated statistic. Don't tell him.
He kind of is.
It's kind of overrated.
Oh.
It's kind of just stat padding.
All right, I'm sorry, Steven, but I interrupted you there. But we do have some other things to talk about, on the show today. I'm coming up of what we originally planned to talk about. We're talking because we were going to switch it over to baseball now. We also I will give you a chance to talk about some Phillies, but we gotta talk about the big news that broke recently, and that is what it is, right, Steven? Actually, you know what it is, right?
Yep.
Fernando Tatis Jr. testing positive and getting suspended for PEDs.
Yeah. Oof.
I mean, it's just. we're not gonna turn this into a whole steroid whole steroid debate. Or debate are steroids good? Are steroids bad? If you want to say here's the thing, and here's why I understand why MLB crack so hard down on steroids is that they are really, really bad for you.
They are, yeah.
They really are. So I understand why they come down hard on them. But regardless, Fernando Tatis Jr. really dumb move. That's the big takeaway. It's just really, really dumb for him to apparently he was trying to take something back to get back get healthy faster is what he said. If I forget. Yeah. But this is another thing. It's the same thing. First it was a motorcycle accident. Now it's this. Now he's gonna miss he's missing all this year, and he's gonna miss a large portion next year too. I can't believe I'm saying this because I don't like him personally, but Mike Clevenger made a great point. It's just that he really shows he's got a lot of maturing to do. If he's gonna really be the star that takes the Padres to the World Series, he's got some maturing to do.
I guess I'll throw my take on this. I think that people are making it a little bit too much on him. I think motorcycle accident. I mean, it happens. You get into an accident. It's not his fault. I think that people are making this kind of a little bit too much, trying to say that he's like a head case or something. He's not.
He's a head case. I would say is going too far.
I think
Head case. I would say is going too far.
I think that he's just
like immaturity after maturity. Like, yeah, you can make that argument. Like head case, you're going too far.
I think you'd say he's a little immature, but I think people are starting to make it look like he's this kind of locker room cancer. So he's not.
Yeah,
You're stretching it.
yeah.
He made a stupid decision, and I think he should have fucking knew already that whatever drug he took, because I think he claims that he didn't do it intentionally.
Yeah, it's like personally, I don't buy that. Like personally, it's hard for me to buy that. You didn't know what you're taking. Come on.
So many baseball players make that excuse. There's no way they're all right. I think that Fernando Tatis was trying to do his best to get back to it with his team, but I think that it is stupid to make that about you. And I think he was making a mistake by doing that. I understand he just wants to be with the team. He wants to play again. You know, he loves his teammates. He wants to be there for them. But if you're going to make a mistake like that, you're not going to be there for them. And now you're out for the year, and like they need you right now, and they're struggling really right now.
Yeah, they really are. Like they really are. Like I said before, if they got Tatis back healthy, the Padres I thought could have been a World Series this team this year. Now it's out the door now. Could they make a run? Maybe, especially like if So gets going and like Machado gets going. But this really like I really think if we're talking about like the true World Series favorites, like the Padres really aren't in that conversation. Like, well, at least they're not tier one. They're at least not tier one. Oh my God, Michael Cunningham is calling in. Hold on, we gotta hear this.
Let's go.
Hey, Michael, we just did the hot take. I did my hot take that I told you I was going to do. They approved.
Who approved it?
Steven approved it and Alex approved it.
You lucky me and Sam weren't on the episode.
Lucky you and... I'm pretty sure if Sam heard my argument, he would approve it.
We would have said no.
I think Sam would have approved. We'll ask him next episode. How about that? We'll ask him next episode. How about that?
You guys finished the show already?
No, we're still doing the show. You're live right now.
I'm on live with the viewers, baby. You know what? I'll come for the last part of the episode. I just want to hear y'all stupid rants.
You're gonna come on?
It won't come on for a little bit.
Oh my God! Surprise appearance of Michael Cunningham, folks. Oh my God! Crazy things are happening here at Get Your Game On, folks. All right, so before we get Michael on, actually, you have some thoughts on Tatis? Oh, he just joined in right now. Michael, your microphone. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. There we go. I had to plug in my headphones. My apologies.
I'm in my house, bitch. I do what I want, white boy.
Okay.
Before I smack your acne back into reality.
All
Keep
right.
playing with me. I got
all right. I did want to. You know what we're talking about right now, Michael? Guy, because I'm gonna have to ask your thoughts on this. We're talking about Fernando Tatis Jr. Testing positive against Spain for a PED. So, Michael, do you have any thoughts on that you wanted to talk about?
It is illegal in the game of baseball to do PED. Why the hell are you still doing it? It's just part of the game. I get it. You want to be the best player. I know you want to be the best pitcher, but why use PED? This thing called, I don't know, working out, and the MLB is more strict on steroids, which I don't know, it can fuck up your heart. I don't know. It makes your muscles go weak if you stop working out for a while. I don't know. It's really bad for the heart, bad for the organs. Your heart can give out. See, just stop using PED. Just
Yeah,
smoke weed.
that's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like that's the thing. Like, if PEDs was like something that could like just make you better at baseball, like I wouldn't. I don't think there'd be as much of a stigma. It's the health side effects that really like
Hey, Adam,
I really think is
I got
why I'm
something to say.
against. Go
Don't do
ahead.
drugs. Just smoke marijuana. Just do marijuana.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so I did have want to bring in like
Don't
one.
do drugs. Just smoke
All right, I
marijuana.
did want to bring one more point about this whole Tatis saga is
Don't
that
do drugs. Just smoke marijuana.
it's something that I've been thinking like, oh, we just saw Tatis got busted for PDs. Like we saw a couple years ago, like Rob Spino like got busted twice. Like, how many superstars are like truly like juicing up? Like how many? Do you think for now Tatis Jr is the only superstar that's on the juice? No, because there are. I'm sure there are a lot of others that never get caught.
We do a drug test on Aaron Judge yet? No.
They do drug tests like regularly, and that's
hope
the thing. That's the thing. Like, honestly, Aaron. Do I think Aaron Judge is on PEDs? No, I sincerely doubt. But can I put the percentage at 0? Even as the Yankees fan, I can't put it at 0.
I can't put it on 0 for anybody in the MLB.
Yes, that you can't put it on 0 for any of these guys. You can't put it on 0 for any of these guys because it's just becomes to the point where like obviously basically baseball. I'll give them credit. They've done like a really great job like catching up to like and catching these guys. But we'll give you a chance to really quickly, Alex. But it's the thing. I just feel like the doctors like with how like smart these guys are, they know how to mask it. Like these people, they know how to mask it, and they know like how to not get caught. So I think there's no way Tatis is the only one, only superstar like on juice. All right, Alex, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's a very smart idea by the MLB to suspend him for 80 games. And I think it was just a selfish thing to do in the mind of Tatis, and I think he just wanted to try to be the best as he could possibly be. And I mean, like, players in reality today can't rely on anything about drugs and or that. They can only rely on getting stronger in the gym day by day and practicing. And I think that is a lesson to be told to the generations of baseball players and beyond baseball into like basketball, football, hockey, whatever it might be. And it's just a bad influence of the Padres organization, and I just hope that this makes people aware in the baseball world where everything that involves being great doesn't involve having the chance to be a tornado of breaking a habit and taking anything that might get you suspended, which in this case Tatis did, and it's a really bad situation for the Padres.
Yeah, it's a rough situation that they're in. I still think that they are a easy playoff team.
They're an easy playoff team, no doubt.
I think they still have a chance. You know, Juan Soto is amazing. There is no doubt about that. They still have a great team. But yeah, I second you there, Alex. I think that was really kind of dumb of him. I think it was selfish of him.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's
he's still gonna they got Drew and he's still like has this whole like he's still like has I would say a bright future of it's just like where he's just gotta learn to. He's gotta learn. He's gotta mature. Really.
It's a mistake.
And there's another thing that I want to say. I've heard a lot of people say like this is probably like gonna cost like his Hall of Fame chances, and I just like I don't necessarily disagree, but it's for one reason. That's because the Hall of Fame voting is just so fucked up and so hypocritical. Like so I could see a rule where they deny Tatis, but look what happened. He's got an 8 tested positive. It's
I'm gonna
just
have my
it's just proof, like Steve, that when it comes to like like this whole like you can't vote steroid uses into the Hall of Fame, it's really just a popularity contest.
in my opinion,
If he's tuned to his reputation around, he'll get in. I can predict it.
I think it's about his relationship with media that's going to be more important because it seems like that's what is getting players in.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds should be a Hall of Famer. I don't like what he's done off the field. I don't like that. But in my opinion, he played during the steroid era. They were all steroids. They were all on steroids. I mean, literally, there was maybe 5 guys who were great during that era that didn't do steroids. I don't see a reason why we still keep guys during the steroid era that were amazing. I don't understand why they're not Hall of Famers. They were the best players during their era, and it's not like Barry Bonds wasn't great before he did steroids. He was amazing. He was still great, but he did it afterwards. And I just don't see a reason for him not being in the Hall of Fame. And I think that Fernando Tatis, I get it's past the steroid era, but I think that I don't think that this should hold him back from being a Hall of Famer in the future.
I don't think it should. I don't think it should.
You're glitching out a little.
I mean, Wilson. If he has to say this alone should, now if he tests positive again, like let's say like he misses the whole year, then we're starting like it's like they're probably like we're starting to get there.
Yeah, if it's a repeat thing, then he shouldn't. He shouldn't.
Like,
but I think it's a one-time thing. So
hopefully it'll be a one-time thing. So. We're running late here, so we gotta get to our bets really quickly. But really quickly, did you guys want to gush about the Phillies first, or did you want me and Michael to rant about the Yankees? Which order?
I think I want to rant about the Phillies a little bit.
Go ahead, Steven. Talk about the Phillies a little bit.
People who are low on the Phillies right now are way too overreactionary. Mets are a great team. Of course, we're going to lose to them.
I said before. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Steven. I literally said. You had like Chris Bassett, Jacob deGrom, and Max Scherzer all going for you, and you guys on the road. I said before, all you had to do was not get swept, and you guys did that. So the Philly fans are freaking out. Calm down.
Yeah, it's pretty much how I feel about that series. But the season in general, what an amazing season it's been. We are a playoff team for the first time in a year that I can remember. I was we last made the playoffs in 2011. I was 9 years old. So it's been a long time. I went a long time without seeing playoff baseball. I'm turning 20 this year. There was no Phillies baseball in my 10s. So I am excited about this season. This is one of the best seasons the Phillies have had in forever. They have one of the best offenses in the league. Their pitching, amazing. Their bullpen, one of the best in baseball. And all it took was firing our manager and sort of just letting the young guys play. We let our guys play the way that they wanted to play, and it worked out. And I think that worked out very strongly for us. Nick Castellanos has been a bit of a struggle, but recently he's been picking it up. He had 2 hits today. He had a hit yesterday. I know he didn't get the hit when we all wanted him to, but he still got a hit during the game. I believe the first game of the series, he had a hit, if I'm not mistaken, but he's been good as of late. Not the Nick Castellanos of prime or of last year, but still been solid. Not, like I said, not a great signing looking back, but he still has potential to get back to himself. I think to start the year, he was really freaking good.
Yeah.
He got hurt against the Mets, I believe, and my personal opinion, it seemed like his kind of season fell apart after that Mets series, where I think he took a foul ball hit him in the arm or something.
Yeah.
really been the same since. But I think
how good has Kyle Schwarber been?
Schwarber in the last couple of games has been a little bit struggling. He was out against the Mets. He got hurt on something in the first game, or no, the game before that. Am I wrong? I'm trying to think.
He's second MLB in all home runs. Did you know that?
He's good. He's very
he's leading actually. The only guy in the entire baseball has more is Aaron Judge, who's having except for he's on a freaking tear.
Hard to beat out Aaron Judge right now.
And here's the thing. One thing I'm really impressed. You guys doing this all without Bryce Harper. Imagine once he gets back.
It's gonna be dangerous. It's just gonna be dangerous.
Once you get Bryce Harper back, that team, you got Noah Syndergaard, you got Noah Syndergaard, you got that lineup, that's who would they play? I think they should easily make they should easily make a playoff spot. And who would they face in the first round? If the season ends today,
I think it would be the Braves.
I think they're right now. They have the last wild card, so they would face the Cardinals.
We have the second wild card spot. I believe the Padres are still behind us.
Oh, okay, but maybe the Braves. I'm not so sure, but if you guys match up with the Cardinals, I could see you guys beating the Cardinals.
Yeah, I was really hoping to end up being the Brewers, but unfortunately not.
Probably not.
But
even that against the Cardinals, I think you guys have a legitimate chance. If you guys face the Cardinals, I think you guys have a legitimate chance to win that series.
Funny thing is the only team the only two teams I can't see us beating are the two teams in our division. I could see us pulling off a friggin' upset against the Dodgers. We beat them in the season series this year with Joe Girardi. We beat them in the season series. I could see us pulling off an upset. Would I expect it? No. I wouldn't expect it. Hell no. But could I see it happening? Sure. But against the Braves and the Mets, it's just those teams know us the best. It's hard.
All right. I mean, Alex, did you have any Phillies talk here, or if you have, go really quickly?
I'm just itching to get Bryce Harper back in the lineup. There was news that came out yesterday that he will be taking batting practice in Philadelphia sometime this week, and then moving on to play some games in the minor leagues before his next step. And I think it's gonna happen very soon, maybe the first week of September.
What's his timetable?
As of now, it's up in the air.
So, but you said in September.
I'm hopeful of him returning the first week of September.
I think he ends up here before then.
I think he probably ends up before then, but you get him for a month. That'd be nice.
A month of Bryce Harper.
The Phillies start the next month on a road trip, starting with San Francisco, and I think that's going to be a very intriguing series. Although San Francisco hasn't been on their A game, but they just swept the Pirates. If you saw, but I think that even though they start with the Giants and then going up against let me check the schedule real quick.
Hurry up! We gotta get to the Yankees. Michael's falling asleep.
Okay, so after the Giants, they play at Philly against Miami, and then at Philly against Washington.
Nice.
They got a good chance.
Yeah, they have a very easy schedule. Schedule. All right, guys, it's time. Michael, you know what just happened recently? It's time for us to rant. Mike, you there?
Sorry, I just dozed off. I just heard the Phillies talk, and I just passed out and fell asleep.
Okay, but guess what? Guess what happened? Guys, we have problems in Yankee land. I am worried. I said before, like, I wasn't really concerned.
Now I'm scared.
Because we just lost 2 out of 3 to a below 500 last place Red Sox team. There are just so many issues with this team. Sam Morell, like, he said it best. Like, let me put it this way. He calls the Yankees the Aaron Judge team. Because it's basically you look at their lineup, it's really just I would go as far as say strictly Aaron Judge, because let me break down a lot. Let's look at their lineup one by one right now. Aaron Judge, phenomenal, fantastic. If he doesn't win the MVP this year, there should be investigation. DJ Mayo has also been really good. He's been great. Like, DJ Mayo has been awesome. And Rizzo, awesome. No complaints about him. He's been amazing. But I mean, Stanton and Carpenter, when they've been healthy, they've been great. But we're talking about right now. Right now, just those 3 guys. Who else is producing in the lineup? Who else? Ike AF, he finally had a home run. Oh my God. Ike AF finally started to produce offensively. Oh my God. But aside from that, he hasn't really done much offensively. Clear Torres had a great first half. After second half, he's been slumping. He's been a slump. Josh Donaldson, you haven't gotten much offensively from him all year. Andrew Benintendi, has been like kind of shaky. He needs to step up. And Hicks has been shaky. Jose Trias has been good. I forgot to mention him. He's been good. At least for a catcher. You gotta wait around. But that's 4 spots right now in the lineup that are producing. You have over half your spots right now in your lineup that's not producing. Over half your lineup right now is like it has not given you what you'd expect, or not given you what you wanted. And even more, yeah. Go ahead.
Yankees. I think that they'll be fine. They're just on a really tough streak right now. Really interested to see what's really going on with. I mean, it seemed like their bullpen was great to start the year, and they've been struggling.
Yeah.
Clay Holmes, I thought was really good.
I was just gonna bring it up. You go ahead. You can go.
I think Andrew Benintendi, I thought was gonna be great for them, and it seems like he's been struggling a little bit. Joey Gallo, I understand why you guys traded him. It's not like he's been great with the Dodgers either.
Yeah.
Or with the Dodgers.
Yeah, he's been great. Yeah, he's been great so far for the Dodgers. So I can't kill them for the Joey Gallo trade. The trade I can't kill them for is trading away Jordan Montgomery.
That trade I still don't understand.
Because here's the thing. I would have taken James Harden wasn't bad. I would have taken Jordan Montgomery over him in a heartbeat. They are the Eagles right now without Luis Severino. They are clearly missing Jordan Montgomery in that rotation.
I thought Frankie Montas was a pretty good trade. Has he been? I haven't.
He struggled his first down. I think he pitched in the one game they won against the Red Sox. The one game they won. He pitched pretty well too. Hold on, let me see his box score. He went 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts.
Not fantastic, but I think that much like how Noah Syndergaard has been with the Phillies so far, it's just going to be kind of an adjustment.
I think Frankie Montas will figure out. He's right now. I think he's right now the least of my concerns. My concern right now is that he's mentioned Clay Holmes. He was electric start year. He's been struggling a lot, like to the point where I'm gonna be honest. I can't trust him in the closer's role. They need to move him out of the closer's role right now. Now, is the answer Aroldis Chapman? I don't know. He's pitched a lot better as of late, but I don't know. Like, Steven, I'm sure you agree. Do you feel comfortable with Aroldis Chapman in the big spot?
No, not anymore. Aroldis Chapman was one of the best closers in the league for a while, but he ain't that.
He's clearly on the wrong side of 30. Like, Scott Efros, the guy just acquired from the Cubs. It was an excellent trade. He closed out the game only in the one. I was moving forward, you roll Frost as your closer, and you try to get Clay home, and you try to you may pitch like Holmes in like the 7th or 8th inning. Use him as like a seventh kind of guy, and hopefully you can get him like. So yeah, I think Scott Frost like at least going forward should be the closer for this team.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Scott Efros was a really good trade. It's just a shame.
I love that trade.
I still think the Yankees are going to be great. I still think that they are going to pick it up eventually. It's just a rough stretch.
I was thinking,
But it's
I'm not necessarily worried like for the regular season. I do think they'll figure. I do believe like people that think the Yankees aren't gonna gonna finish the year on this kind of streak. I think you're overreacting. I do think they'll eventually figure it out. But the problem is that in the postseason, like I think it seems a really great team. I think they're one of the. I think here's something I'll say. Among the big four right now that are among the World Series concerns, the Yankees, the Mets, Dodgers, the Astros, I have them firmly fourth. I think they're right now fourth.
I think that the Yankees still have a very good chance at winning the World Series. I still
they just got a chance, but I think they've got a chance. It's just that I need to see. It's just that they need to just It's to the point now where it's like, oh, they're on a skid. Like, it's not worried about the ill and serious to the point where they need to end it ASAP.
Yeah, they need to start getting more consistent wins.
And that's the one point. The Red Sox right now this series against the Red Sox, that was the most winnable portion of their schedule, like coming up. Guys, let me look at this. Let me read this schedule, Steven. 3 games with the Rays. 3 games with the Blue Jays. Then 2 games with the Mets. Now you're lucky those are all home. The good news is they're all home. They're all at home, but still, those are 3 really good teams. Then they get a nice right. They got 4 with the Athletics, and was it 3 against the Angels? Yes, 3 against the Angels. Then the kickoff September, they got the Rays on the road. Then they got the Twins at home. They got the Rays at home. Then they got the Red Sox. Then they got the Brewers. They get a nice little break with the Pirates. Then they get the Red Sox. Then they get the Blue Jays. Then they get the Royals. They have the ending portion of their schedule is not easy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They finished the season off against the Rangers.
I will say I don't think they're very great, but that's a tough schedule.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a really tough schedule.
There's a chance that you guys kind of skid a little bit more, but I still think that the Yankees are a great team.
Yeah, but
it's just going to need to be putting stuff back together. Yeah. You know.
And here's my big concern. Here's my big concern, Steven. They're right now overall the Astros have passed them in the standing. So I said if they don't finish with a better record than Houston, if they make it to ALCS, they would have to go to Minute Maid Park. The Astros have home field advantage, and I said I would say they need home field advantage, but they almost they have to secure home field advantage against the Astros, because if they have to play a Game 6 and Game 7 at Minute Maid Park, I don't like their chances.
Yeah, Phillies on their season against them. That's I think the last team we play, but I still feel like you guys have a chance against any team with Aaron Judge. Yeah, one of the best players in baseball. He should win MVP no matter.
But the way this team is playing right now, if he doesn't win MVP, then the whole thing about I said before, I've always believed Yankee boss has always been kind of a thing. This would outright confirm it, and there should be an investigation.
Yeah, I mean, Shohei is a great player, but you're not putting.
Really, are you gonna give it to Shohei when if you want to go by events side, Aaron Judge outranks him in WAR, and B, look at what he's done. Look at how he's carried this Yankees team, and what is Shohei tied up for the Angels?
Pretty much. Yeah, that's how.
I was like, you remove Aaron Judge from this Yankees team, they probably don't even make the playoffs, honestly. And then you remove Shohei's eye from the Angels, they miss the playoffs. Huh?
Sure, you're right. I wouldn't say put Shohei over him. I was just saying,
Yeah.
If they're gonna put anybody over him, I guess it would be Shohei because he's Shohei. But you're giving it to Aaron Judge. There's no way you don't. Yeah, no, it's still a question. I don't know who the hell they give the MVP to in that division or in that.
We'll see. I mean, Michael, did you want to go and rant about the Yankees for a couple minutes?
Oh, do I?
Unleash the beast.
I'm angry. I'm very mad.
I'm so excited.
I may have to kill Brian Cashin. Joey Gallo, you're on my list. You're on my list. You piece of shit. My 3-year-old niece can hit a baseball better than you can. And she's only 3. And my recently newborn niece, Ava Carmen, can hit a baseball. All you do is fucking hit a home run or strike out or walk. You can't even hit the ball in the contact. Why the fuck are you in the MLB? You can't. Mike, calm down. You're in anger management. Calm down. But all seriousness, Adam, I'm just mad. I'm not mad. I'm just pissed. We lose to the Red Sox. The Red Sox. The Red Sox. The fucking Red Sox. And I can't stand it. It just makes me blood. It just makes me want to go crazy. And then I just like talking like this. It just gets me mad. I see blood. I want their blood on my hands. Now we talk about the Astros. Jose fucking Altuve. Everybody knows me and Jose Altuve are best friends, right, Adam?
Yeah, you guys are best friends.
We're very best friends. I just hate that little. I'm afraid we may get Adam. You sure? Can I please?
Michael, calm down.
No,
Right?
I just hate the Astros, and I hate that little fucking leprechaun that looks like a Mexican leprechaun named Jose Altuve. I just want to put my size 14 shoe up his ass and then have him like Pinocchio, like Mr. Gelato did, and make him into a real boy because he's a fucking cheater.
Steven, do you see what I put up with on this podcast?
He's funny.
And then I'm going to kill Carlos Correa, that all over girl piece of shit. And then I'm going to kill Brian Cashin. And then after, I'm going to kill John
This
Berardi.
is where we get the uncensored part.
This is when I kill John Berardi after. This is when I kill, again from Banyan, named Justin Baumholz, and then Evan Halpert. See, Steven, I have a kill list. And I have it for people I hate, and I have it for athletes. Damn. Brian Cashin, Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa. Adam, who's that rapist in the MLB?
Oh, Bauer.
Yeah.
He's on my hit list.
He's number 1 on mine.
Easily.
And there's one player I cannot stand. Everybody knows I hate this player. I have badmouthed him on our show for years, Adam. Who is that guy?
Who?
And there's a sports writer who I can't stand.
Oh, him.
Everybody knows he's my favorite person in the world. I want to
Skip
kill
Bayless.
Ding, ding, ding. Skip Bayless.
I hated Skip Bayless for so long, but now I just find him kind of funny.
Yeah.
Skip Bayless, I want to beat the living dog shit out of you. I want to have your blood on my hands with Jose Altuve, and I'm beating the living dog shit out of you. And then I'm gonna light your bodies on fire, and then feed it to my dog, and then cut your bones up and give it to chickens and let them eat it. So where was I? So for my hatred for the Yankees right now, I may hate the Astros even more. It's just pathetic. We lost to the fucking Red Sox. Hell, if we would have lost to the Blue Jays, I would have been okay with it. But the fucking Red Sox, who are a joke this year, they aren't even going to make the playoffs. They swept us in a series. Hell, and I'm supposed to come back from a cruise today. I came back from a cruise yesterday and thought I was going to be in a happy mood. And I started crying. A grown man that's 28 years old crying. That is not funny. That is a black man, by the way, more specific. Because I'm just angry. Adam, I may have to. Can I just kill Brian Cashin? I'm not even calling him by his name anymore.
But you'll probably end up in prison for the rest of your life. So
To kill Brian Cashin, I'll do all Yankee fans a credit. Brian Cashin, if you're watching this, you are the worst general manager in sports history. You are worse than Sean Marks. You are the Philip Dolan of general managers.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, I have a question for you.
Yeah, I don't
Was
know.
that rant fun? Was that entertaining?
Entertaining.
When I'm angry, I just say crazy shit. Adam?
Fun, though. That's fun.
Hey, Alex, let me ask you a question. Was that fun? Was that entertaining?
Of course.
Smart man.
You guys missed my rants. You guys missed my craziness when the show was boring without me.
All right, guys. That whole thing from Michael there, that took away a lot of time. So, guys, we're running low on time. It's time for our bets of the episode. So, Steven, this is our sports gambling segment. Basically, a lot of times we all make bets. We keep score. So,
Adam, you screwed me last week, you bastard. Fuck you.
I gave you Dodgers and Twins and Liberty over Wings on money line.
And you screwed me. I didn't want
the
Liberty.
Did the Twins beat the Dodgers that game?
Yes, you fucking screwed me. I didn't even want the Liberty to win. I told you no Liberty. You still picked
never
Liberty.
told me no Dodgers won, but the Liberty screwed you
Why
over.
did you pick the fucking Liberty?
I did to do a WNBA bet. I decided to do the Liberty.
You know I hate the Liberty, you stupid moron. If you ever pick the Liberty for any sport, for any WNBA sport, I swear to God, I will come to your house and kill you and kill your cat.
And his cat.
No, I'll feed his cat to my dog and let my dog kill it.
You don't even have a dog.
It's in my basement. There you go.
It's in your basement? Okay. You're going to have to introduce me to him next
my
time
dog
I see
bites.
You.
My dog bites people. It doesn't
nice.
So, Adam, I'm warning you. You picked Liberty. I'm going to kill Steven first because I just don't like his haircut.
Oh, don't insult our guests like that. No, Michael, just for that. There we go.
All right. He's a little jealous because I still got some.
Say it to him.
I know you don't like my haircut because I still got some up here, but it's all right, man.
At least I still got 20/20 vision, baby. You look like the white Steve Urkel. I'll take it.
That's fair.
Okay.
Hey, Steven, I like you, man. You can dish it and you can take it, my man. I respect it.
Yeah, man. Anytime.
Michael, can we do the bets already?
Adam,
we get to the bets already?
Adam, I know it's past your bedtime. You need a sippy cup, but okay.
Okay. So again, Steven, this is
Yes.
So this is our betting segment. We do bets. That's basically it's a sports gambling segment. And last time, Sam was the only one who won. He had Geeks O'Meara's money line. He had 9.09 points, which basically Steven is like,
Adam, you screwed me.
You get points based on like what your wager would have been like if you had made a $10 bet on your actual bet. So that's how we keep score. Sam's the first, and we're saying we combine record and points for stars, so it's very complicated. So I'll have to explain it to you later. If I ever get a chance. But right now, Sam, I believe is in first place. He has 13-19 record, 213.77 points for 9 total stars.
Screwed me.
Marcellus is in is Marcellus in 6th? Marcellus is still in second place. 15-17 record, 167.17 points for 6 stars. Michael Cunningham is in Third place, what's his record? 12-20 record, 178.99 points for 6 stars. Chris remains in fourth place, 12-19 record, 120.220 points for 4 stars. Adam, I'm in second place. Not second place, fifth place. 12-20 record,
Hey Adam, remember when you were
168.07
making fun of me
points for
for
4
being in last place?
stars.
Hold up. Before you announce Alex in last place.
Yeah.
Adam, were you making fun of me at the beginning of the year when you were in first place, bitch?
Yeah.
You thought I was going to. Oh, you know I ain't gonna let you down.
Guess what? It's still not over. It's still not over. I'm coming back.
You can suck my left nut.
I'm back with a vengeance.
You're in fifth place, bitch. And Alex gonna jump you in fifth. You're gonna be in last place, and then we'll be laughing at you.
Alex is in last place, 9-23 record.
Alex, you know what to do, buddy. You know what to do, right, buddy?
For 1 star.
We gotta get this piece of shit in last place. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
What's it feel to be in fifth place?
What I do? I think because this thing. Remember when I was bragging earlier when I started off 2-0? Because this thing this is our season 2 bang, Steven, and I won season 1, so I get off to a 2-0 start. I'm feeling cocky. I'm feeling confident. Since then, I think I'm 10-20.
You collapsed. What happened to you?
What happened? I've been especially bad as of late. Let me show you. I've lost 1, 2. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In my last 10 bets, I'm 2-8.
My guy pulled a Los Angeles Lakers. Where'd you go?
I'm a Laker fan. Watch it, boy.
Now where are you?
All right. So yeah, what am I gonna say? I'm gonna make my bet really quickly here. What am I gonna do for mine? I need to do something really simple here. So I'm gonna make this really simple. I'm gonna take the Yankees over the Rays on money line on Monday because Cole's on mound. And what am I saying? I want to do some sort of saying probably. I'll go Cole over on the strikeouts. How about that? I'll Cole over strikeouts.
All right.
Yeah.
Are we all making bets on this game or?
Yeah. No. You can do whatever you want.
Anything. I'll put a bet on the Yankees race game. I'm gonna say over. I guess Aaron Judge hitting a home run. Is that like a?
You could add that. You could add that.
I think Aaron Judge is gonna hit a home run. I think the Rays are really struggling this year. They're pretty bad. They're also injured as hell. I think that Aaron Judge hits a home run as he does damn near every day. And they win the game.
So you're doing a parlay, right? Same parlay.
Essentially, yeah.
Perfect. Gotcha.
Sorry if I'm a little bit uneducated with gambling. I'm still underage.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, we won't get into any legal trouble with that.
Well, not legal trouble. I just haven't done it before.
Okay, yeah.
I know it's
all right. Alex, you want to go now?
Sure. So I'm doing a 3-game parlay. And it is all 3 games are Monday's games. No. So my first one is Twins money line against Kansas City.
Twins money line against Kansas City. I'm keeping it in my head.
Hold on for a second here.
I feel so confused.
Sorry, we keep track on our notes app on my phone. Okay, there we go.
Why are you shaking it?
Because you have to shake it in order to get it to undo. It's really stupid. Because just so you know, Steve, this is where I keep all of our bets, and for some reason it deleted all its text really automatically. So I had to shake that to get back. I was really about to have a heart attack.
Damn, I've had an iPhone forever. How did I not know that that's a thing?
Yeah, but apparently you have to shake it in order to get it to undo text. Apparently,
It's
stupid. I know it's really stupid.
Apple pulls some dumb shit every year.
Not surprising, but all right. Sorry, Alex. What are your bets again?
So Twins money line against Kansas City. Blue Jays money line against Baltimore, and Phillies money line against Cincinnati.
Yep.
And last one, yeah, Twins over Royals, Blue Jays over Orioles, correct? And what's the last one?
And Phillies money line against the Reds.
Okay, gotcha. All right, for Sam's bet, I'm gonna do something similar to Steven. I'm gonna give him Yankees over Rays and Aaron Judge, except I'm gonna play a little bit safe. I'll say Aaron Judge with a hit. All right, Michael Cunningham, you go for Marcellus, and then you do yours.
I'm gonna give him. Let's see. Shall I? Let me look. Pornhub. No, I'm kidding.
That's your bet, Pornhub. Wow.
I want to take him Mets over Braves.
For Marcellus, Scott.
Yeah. And for yours truly.
I feel like the Mets will end up losing to the Braves for some reason. I feel like they're gonna have a bad series against them because it's just how weird how the MLB works.
Yeah. So Michael, go ahead.
Cool game.
I can't believe Adam screwed me over the other day.
He really got you.
I'm gonna pick the Sky over Liberty.
That's the WNBA playoffs, right?
Duh.
Okay. And
for
is
me,
that your only bet?
I'm not gonna pick the Yankees. They keep screwing me. Who we play? We play the Rays. I know I'm not comfortable with them playing the Rays.
Rays are pretty injured. I don't know. They don't seem good.
Damn, the Dodgers lost to the Royals.
No way.
I'm gonna take the Dodgers against the Brewers. I want to see who's pitching tomorrow.
Wow.
Who's pitching for the Dodgers tomorrow? Does anyone know who pitching?
I don't know. I can check though.
Whoever's pitching them, give me 5 strikeouts or more.
Pitching for the Yankees?
No, for the Dodgers.
Oh, okay. Urias is pitching.
Yeah.
So are you doing Dodgers money line or just strikeouts?
Dodgers money line and strikeouts.
Gotcha.
On that note, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. So that's all for our bets. That's all for the episode. Steven, we thank you so much for coming on. Really nice having you. I mean, really nice having you on. Hopefully, we'll see more of you in the future, dog.
For sure.
You too white to say dog.
And my apologies. But Steven, before we let you go, tell us where all listeners can find you.
You can find me. I think I changed my @ on Twitter. It was Enticing Snake. Now it is Veerling's Hose. Man, that one's not too good. capital V, capital H, hose, like the garden one, not the one I get.
You ain't got no hose.
You'd be surprised. Yeah, but that's where you can find me. That's my Twitter. I believe my Instagram is Enticing Snake, all under caps. That's pretty much it.
Alright, so yeah, but Steven, thank you for coming on, and you're welcome back on anytime. Don't be a stranger.
Absolutely.
Alright, but guys, again, I'm tired. This episode went way too long because Mike and Cunningham had to go on a 20-minute rant about a bunch of shit? I don't know, but whatever. But this episode went on way too long, so we gotta end it early. That's it. This is episode 108 of the Gay Guy Podcast. Yours truly, Adam Grassani, Michael Cunningham, Alex Reich, and our special guest, Steven from Philly Sports Reports. If you like what you heard, be sure to leave a like, a follow, or subscribe to the podcast. Also, if you enjoy the podcast, leave a comment on YouTube or reach out to us on social media. We may feature what we have to say in future episodes of American Friends. Those two Jesus fans. Keep measure a world, believe in it, and dive it. See you next time, and until then, stay lit.
And we're out.